I don't know if that fixed anything. Um, it's out of my control. It's the system of pipes that's going through Manhattan. I blame that. Well, I restarted the stream, so hopefully that'll be a better connection. I don't know. Okay, let's try to solve this an alternate way. Maybe that was a red herring to try to cover it up enough. And now, blocking this was a better idea. Yeah, and it looks like that was right. So that was actually kind of interesting. It looked like it was a variant on the seesaw puzzle, but we had to fix the seesaw in a different way. Then I turned off this fire. Why did I have to turn off this fire? I don't understand. Okay. So now I have to go backtrack here.
Nicely done.
Oh, and now I can go through here. I didn't even know that's what I was doing, though. That doesn't feel quite as satisfying as it could have been, I think. Well, the zombie trip, yeah. Oh, and destructible environments. Ooh, fancy. And then this is repeating the mechanic that we learned in a previous week, where if we bring the roller mines to Alex, she will convert them and make them friendly. So now it's doing that beautiful Half-Life thing of repeating its greatest hits. Uh-oh. And now we see this is a sniper. This blue laser is a sniper who will shoot at you and do a lot of damage. So you have to watch out for that one. You have to run past it, I guess. Oh gosh. Oh my god, it shot the roller mine out of my hand. That's cool. So I can use this as a shield. Oh my god, and they're fighting each other. That's cool. Interesting use of this cage. This cage is just big enough for a roller mine to slip through. Wait, I don't really understand what I'm supposed to do here. Why'd she say hold up for a second?
We're pinned down. We need some way to take out those gunners.
I don't know what the problem is. Why does she keep telling me that I need to take down these
Bring it
guns?
over here and I'll rejigger it.
Did I break the scripting? Why is it... Shouldn't she be, like, progressing with me? Okay, whatever. So I feel like I need a grenade. Oh no. Okay, I had to get the grenades in these supply crates. Now I can throw a grenade in there, kill the sniper, and then it spawns a ragdoll to show that I killed the sniper. And now she'll come out. Oh no. Wait, where'd she go? Okay. I don't know how we progress now.
Nice toss, Gordon. That sniper almost took my head off. Let me climb up and take a look at what we're walking into.
Sorry to anyone in the chat who's seeing a lot of dropped frames. Yeah, it's out of my control. Hopefully it fixes itself.
Uh-oh. They've got the street fortified up ahead. You run point, okay? I'll cover you from up here till you reach the far end. When the coast is clear, I'll catch up. Okay, looks like I can get that ladder down to you. Let me shoot out the latch.
What ladder?
I might be a little rusty with this rifle.
Rifle.
Nope, guess I'm not.
A bit too much reverb on that, maybe. Oh, okay, so now it's shifted set pieces again. So we just fought the sniper, and now she gets to use the sniper rifle. Of course, Alex literally isn't using it. Alex is basically just an invisible laser at this point, which is what snipers are, I guess. Invisible lasers with no body, just lasers peeking out of dark windows. And you could have built this in the original Half-Life 2. This is pretty easy. You just place a sniper enemy and then set its relationship stuff to be friendly with the player, and now you have a friendly sniper. So again, this is just resourceful, and it's also something you could have totally built in the original Half-Life 2, but this is someone remixing it, having fun with the whole tool set. Personally though, I do feel like this gate was a little bit janky though, just because they need to solve this weird issue where they needed it to be a ladder that Alex can climb, but it's a ladder that you cannot climb yourself. So it doesn't really... That's weird, right? Alex is a human, I'm a human, why can't I do the things that Alex does as well? So the way they solved it, I think, is not quite elegant to me. I think they could have done this better. I'm not sure how, it's a hard problem, but to me this feels like a very imperfect solution. Because you saw how I played this earlier. I just ran up here and I really wasn't sure what to do or where to go, and it wasn't really signposted what to do. In the Citadel, the way they would have solved this was to have one of those electronic combine lock machines here that only Alex can unlock. So maybe they could have done that here. They could have put a combine lock here. Alex could have unlocked that, and then that could have unlocked some special things she could use. But it's still just... I think it feels... yeah, not quite elegant. And it feels a little bit like it's breaking its own rules of how it's communicating and signposting the set pieces to the player. But anyway, what happened was I climbed up here, now I'm over here, and now Alex is a sniper and she can help me. She gonna help me? I guess not. What's here? Oh, just a monster closet. Okay. Should I go in here? No, that's not. Okay, before we continue, just want to do a quick wireframe check. Or a quick no-clip check as well, so we can see what's going on. So, pretty simple flow here. We were basically just following the street around, but to get around these giant roadblocks, we would have to duck in and out of these buildings. In typical Half-Life fashion. I think what I like about this whole sequence is the angles here feel really nice. It mimics European city style of building, where the streets are constantly at weird angles, because it's like an old medieval city, not something built on a straight up orthogonal grid. And we get these cool shaped intersections like this, and then you get cool angles with the buildings like this. And then there's also just a good mix of different materials and colors and textures. Like, it's not beautiful, it's nothing to write home about, but it's solid design work. Let's explore this little nook. What's here? Oh, maybe this is the correct way. Oh, and then they hid this black head crab behind it. To review, the black head crab is a dangerous enemy, but only in conjunction with other enemies, where it temporarily reduces your health to 1. So, very interesting for them to place it alone in this little literal closet. I feel like that's just another mini tutorial to remind you that black head crabs are a thing, so that you should be scared of them. It's like foreshadowing that it's the level designer saying, hey, remember these? Well, there's going to be more of these later, so keep on your toes. Is there anything over here? No, this is just a monster closet. Okay, let's keep going. Here, no, just a cardboard box. And then this is just Valve showing off that fact that you have a friendly sniper. Wait, why isn't she shooting? Showing that sometimes she's effective, but she also can't reach the zombie when it's too low. So this is showing that Alex has her own limitations as an ally. I believe that's what this set piece is supposed to teach. Oh, also the planks, yeah, block her view. Oh my god, oh, I died. Yeah, so maybe we have to do what people in the chat are suggesting, which is we have to knock these planks down. And now she can help us completely. So one of the perennial pleasures of first-person games is watching other people kill things for you, and this is, of course, scratching that itch. And now we're back on the street where we just were. Overall, everything has to be very contrived, so that we have to keep following this road so that she always has line of sight from this sniper perch. Which is a clever use of the whole street motif that Half-Life 2 has developed as well. Was someone shooting me? Oh. Oh, ouch. And we can see that Alex cannot shoot that enemy until I knock down its cover. Oh yeah, and of course, as Salty Horse mentions, this is also this tradition of getting enemies to fight each other. There's also a tradition going back to Doom, where you can trick monsters into fighting each other. And if you play a lot of Doom mods, or new Doom WODs, a lot of these new WODs almost kind of rely on you to know that, to bait the monsters into fighting each other. So that's almost become its own kind of well-known gameplay mechanic. Oh, I didn't knock this into the hole. Oops. There we go. I know, they closed the gate on me again. Wait, open the gate. Wow, this is very unusual. For them to have AI that opens and closes doors dynamically like this all the time. And it's like a little peekaboo challenge where every time they close the door, they would respawn these enemies. Very interesting. Oh, now it's spawned Alex. She has to run over. Can I close the door on her? Where's the button to close the door? Oh, there's no button to close the door on her. Oh well. That would have been cute, but I guess annoying to script for the player. Okay, now what?
Phew. Glad that's over. Oh god.
Oh.
Looks like the reactor's back on track for a meltdown. That
Now this
transmission's
perfectly
going out
framed
after all.
composition.
Oh,
All the cool lightning effects.
I'd like to find another way around these buildings, but we really don't have time. Okay, let's get in. Come on.
I just wish the lighting was so much better. It's so like diffused and like overcast looking, and then the shadows are just so dark. It's like it's just so like painful for me to look at this sometimes. I wish they would just pay like a TF2 mapper like $10,000 to go through episode 1 and relight it. Like, why can't you just pay a contractor to do it if you don't want to do it yourself? Ugh. Oh, that's a dead end. Oops. Now we have some close quarters fighting. Mixing it up from the street war theme before.
Whew. I think we just broke about 50 combine members.
Get all these power-ups.
Get away from the doors!
Oh. Wow, they do so much damage. Oh my god, yeah, the NPCs can blink now. I forgot. So as Salty Horse mentioned in the chat, this is actually a bug that I actually noticed a few weeks ago, but I didn't say anything. That in the code base, NPCs could not blink because that part of the code was broken. But presumably that has now been fixed. So now NPCs can blink, and now they're human again, and now they don't have dry eyes. Good for her. But that bug was basically unfixed for the last 5 years. So, good job whoever fixed it. Pacing-wise, we were clearly expected to lose a lot of health in that fight just now, because they put these big health chargers here to bring us back up to full health. What do we do here? Okay, let's just keep going over here, I guess. You'll notice the shotgun combine have orange eyes. They don't blink through their mask, unfortunately. Oh, now's a little boss fight. To fight this guy. Oh, ow. Don't shoot at me. So now there's like this very interesting like three-way fight. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh, ouch. Probably the best way to kill the Antlion King, which was like a mini boss in the original Half-Life 2, is to just do it like Doom style a little bit, where you just circle strafe and keep shooting. But what's interesting is that you can't keep doing that because the Antlions will spawn and get in your way. So in a way, we see this encounter design like support each other. You have to keep fending off the Antlions, and as long as you keep fending off the Antlions, then you can circle strafe around the Antlion King pretty easily. Any health over here? Nah. Oh yeah, a little bit. I believe Alex can actually die if you let her fight the Antlions by herself for too long. Let's see what her health is. Can we actually get her health? Let me see. And info NPC Alex? How do I display the... Oh yeah, there's her health is at 80 right now. It looks like. But you can see that she's constantly being healed by the game invisibly. So her health is always hovering around 80. So it seems like the only way the NPCs would actually kill her is if something did a lot of damage to her suddenly. Like a lot of explosive damage. Or a lot of combines shooting energy rifles at her or something. Seems like she's actually pretty resilient then. Okay, let's keep going this way. I guess we have to do this again. It keeps bouncing out of the hole. There we go. Notice this street geometry actually has to be pretty simple, because if we're shooting cars around, we don't want the we don't want the car. I don't know why I confused a car for a shoe. We don't want the car to get stuck on something, right? So notice at street level, it's pretty flat and pretty clipped off and simple, because you don't want this car to get stuck on a snag, in which case it would be pretty much impossible to get through. These trees are already enough of an obstacle to me. What's she shooting at? Oh, what? I didn't even see that. Uh-oh. So now that we've blocked the Antlines, it's spawning some of these dudes. I'm just gonna turn on God mode for fun. And now we have to use this turret to kill everything. Is there an onslaught of troops? No, not really. I guess everyone died. Oh. And there's a friend with a rocket launcher here. I like how they designed that encounter where it's not really clear where the enemies will come up from. Like if you're standing here, I'm looking around being like, wait, where are they coming out of? They come out of this hole, and then we see the rocket from behind us. So that was perfectly set up. In chat, Salty Horse says the music is a little bit odd here. And I agree, but I would also note that on hard mode, there would be probably a lot more enemies being spawned here. So it'd feel more like this epic sustained fight. Maybe? I don't know. I'm gonna turn off the text, debug text on Alex. Go in here. Oh, and then there's a combine hopper mine. So this is a repeat of something we learned like an hour ago if we were playing this the whole way through, where we're getting the combine hopper mines. If we get too close, they jump up and explode, and then if they explode, they'll detonate these explosive barrels, and then they will kill us all. So what might happen to a particularly lazy player or sloppy players, they'll go like this. Oh, here's the door. Wait, what's this? Wait, what? Uh-oh. And then we get hurt, and then we die. So that's meant to be like a fun little trap that hopefully leads to like an oh shit kind of moment for the player. But the way to defuse that is to pick up the mine and then drop it, and then it'll turn friendly, and then it won't detonate. We have to deal with that mine because this is a locked door. So it looks like we have to get through this ventilation shaft, so we have to deal with that mine.
Your vent crawling skills seem to be in high demand today, Gordon.
And then this is the this is the game lamp shading. It's lazy reliance. Oh gosh.
Oh, back so soon?
And then doing little ventilation duct jokes. Very cute. Oh, now we have a new puzzle where we already encountered these trip mines before. We know that if we touch them, we will die. So most players, I think, will be like, oh shit, where do I go? What do I do now? And then eventually, just through process of elimination, the player will realize, oh, I should turn and go back the other way. But then when they'll do this, and they'll be like, oh shit, wait, I can't go back this way either, because then I'll die from this trip mine. Oh yes, and there's also a skull on the wall to help cement all that. It's Tin Kelp notes. So then we realize, do some lateral thinking like, wait, I shouldn't go forwards or backwards. I should go upwards. And this is a great use of using that tendency that most first-person players do not look up a lot of the time. It's using that tendency to lead to like a growing realization that, oh wait, I have to look up. But note that you can only do that in a very confined, controlled state, where literally we were in a hallway where there were only two ways to go, so I had to figure out what that third way was. If this wasn't in a cramped ventilation duct, then if it was like a hallway, I don't know if I ever really would have looked up and noticed anything. So this is a real good use of that trick. Also, all these explosive barrels to ensure that we die if we touch these laser mines, because one laser mine might not necessarily kill us. It also turns into this fun little platforming puzzle. We're gonna have to jump onto this table and then jump over the laser into that elevator with the corpse, with the burnt out corpse sitting inside. So let's be a little sneaky. And then we feel really clever for doing that. Oh gosh. Did not expect that to happen. I guess the corpse is in here to help cement how you're floating. Wow, so that was a really interesting encounter. Unexpected in a lot of ways. And then there's also these barnacles pulling us up. There's just like a million things going on here. Very interesting. Wait, so do I have to get pulled by a barnacle and then get onto that ladder? Is that what I have to do? It's not really clear to me. Or because I'm in the water here, this is actually a Half-Life 2 callback where there's a section of Half-Life 2 where you're in these canals and you have to blow up these explosive barrels but then hide underneath the water so that you don't get hurt. So it's also like an action movie callback. Or in the chat, it could be an Another World callback as well. A lot of callbacks lately. Fortunately, I still have this grenade, so I can just throw this grenade over, duck underneath the water, so I don't get hurt by the blast. And then when it's safe, I can peek my head out. Again, that's the level designer reminding us that there are black head crabs, so we need to keep watching out for them. Ah, this is annoying. Okay. There we go. Ah, okay, there we go. Now we can climb up in this ventilation duct. Looks like there's a secret health thing we can grab if we're cool and smart. And now we are higher up in the elevator shaft, and now we have enough room to do a running jump. We can climb up this ladder. And now we can go through this vent. So let's review how this encounter worked. So very detailed gameplay, right? This was a very sparse kind of encounter where we were in these like big streets and we could see everything. And then this right here was a very dense, almost claustrophobic kind of encounter. So the color contrast, the different contrasts in pacing and combat lead to some real great tastes that we like. Same great Half-Life 2 taste. Okay, let me try to sneak back into here. We want to be careful here because we might die. So just want to drop that in there. And then this is masterfully done because here I couldn't even see these mines were here, and then I dropped down, and now drop down at the exact point where I'm right on the threshold of triggering these mines aggro trigger distance. So that is extremely clever. And it leads to this great moment where it's like, oh shit, I'm a minotaur in a china shop, right? I'm a bull in a china shop. Minotaur China Shop. Remember that game? That was a good game. One thing I don't like here is that opening this up, opening the circuit box, does not feel very triumphant or juicy or interesting. Like, it's a dinky looking circuit box, and it doesn't really feel like... Yeah, it doesn't really feel like I solved anything. It's just like, oh, here's a button, I'll just happen to push it. Which is a shame. Ooh, okay, so I really like how, I think this is something that gets lost in the transition from BSP level construction, where the level designer hand built everything, in the transition from that into modular based level design, where environment artists built all the Lego pieces and we snapped them together. Where when you're building with BSP and Hammer for Half-Life 2, you can build all these bespoke little spaces with these odd little dimensions, and these are just these awkward little rooms where like this doorway is staggered from this doorway, and the width of this doorway is just like an odd strange width compared to this one. Like nothing feels very standard, everything just feels very like organic and natural and bespoke and handmade. And I think that's a beautiful feeling. It comes through a lot in maintenance spaces itself, because if we look at the geometry here, it's so bare, right? There's like nothing going on. This is like 20 polygons, right? But when we have a space that is so plain, so boxy, you start attuning yourself to other aspects of that space. So in which case you start being like, why is this here? Why did the level designer put this corner here? Why would you fill in this corner? Why would you make it so that this is now like off center? Why would you stagger this doorway from this doorway? Like there's all just these interesting choices about dimension and like spatial feel that to me feel like poetic, almost like Zen-like in a sense. Where now we just care about pure like geometry and proportion. What's going on here? Oh, more trip mines? Oh, that zombie's gonna trigger the trip mine! Go back, go back, go back, go back! What? You're gonna die! Oh my god, don't go in there! Oh my god. So I wonder if that's how that encounter was supposed to play out. Because my first instinct... Sure, you could kill the zombie, or you could run backwards, but then Alex would run head first into this dangerous explosive trap. So it's super interesting that the game trains us to recognize these explosive bomb traps, and then we watch with horror Alex running into that trap. And that's actually a case where Alex could have died, because remember, she only has 80 health. Those explosives in there do well over 80 damage. But as Salty Horse in the chat is mentioning, it seems like Alex didn't even react. Like Alex didn't even read that situation. It would have felt so much better if Alex had been scripted to walk in that room and be like, oh shit, get back, Gordon. I got this. You know, this is an explosive bomb trap. Watch out, right? I think it would have felt so good, because it would have been Alex responding to some kind of gameplay situation that we have noticed as well. But in this case, she did not. In this case, she just had a death wish and ran straight up into the wall, which is fine, I guess. But yeah, a little bit anticlimactic in that she didn't die, or she didn't even notice the situation she was walking into. Mine shield wall. Okay, interesting.
Here we go again.
Oh, interesting. Ah! Oh my god, another trap! Are you gonna help me? Jesus. There we go. Just look at how bad this lighting, like it's just way too bright here, and then why is that lit like this, and then I don't know. There's just, the lighting could have been so much better. It just feels really off to me. Okay, so we unplugged this. You'll notice that it's still green right here. That's because the cube maps were baked when the green light was on. Ideally, when you bake your cube maps for a level, you turn off all the dynamic lights and then you bake the cube map. Because if the green light reflection hadn't even shown up, we wouldn't have noticed. But we noticed the inverse of this, right? It's very glaring. That turns off the shield wall, and now we can go through here. Oh my god, and they're repelling right in front of me. Right in front of my salad. Oh my god. And I have to fight them from so far away? And where's Alex? Why isn't she helping me? Why is she... Ugh. Useless. Where the fuck were you? Where were you? Why weren't you helping me? And now you're in my way. Now you're just blocking me. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. So this is also a core Half-Life 2 bug where doorways, NPC ad would regularly clog doorways, and they had to add extra hint notes for pinching doorways for Half-Life 2. But here you can see they should add one of those AI hint nodes right here so that she wouldn't get stuck in there. But I thought her AI would override it, right? I thought she would go backwards and get out of my way. I don't know. Usually it's pretty good at that. Here's like a fun little toy where there's these supplies, but they are behind the grate, so it's annoying to get to. The chat, Tin Kelp asks why I was talking about salad. Ask your parents, or you can just Google right in front of my salad, which is a beautiful meme. Oh my god. That was a good grenade shot, right? I just took out 3 of them. Damn, I'm good. Oh, I had no idea where I was supposed to look with that. That was kind of strange. Can't go through here, but the previous room just taught us that we should unplug things to turn off shield walls. So we should find where the plug is, and then we can get through there. Or maybe not. Oh. We're supposed to go through here. That feels a little bit odd.
What are you still doing here? Everyone should clear out of the city.
The Combine's not making it easy. We're trying to get enough people together to force our way through to the train station. People are meeting up in a safe house nearby.
Can you take us there?
You bet. Let's go. This way.
Yeah, this was a little bit. I don't know what to make of this. This feels strange and interesting to me. So it feels like a very specific decision to have this read as like a side door that we're supposed to ignore at first. Right? It just looks very inconspicuous. And also unopenable. But on the other hand, why would you have the player like do that? Because wouldn't you want the player to notice this? And then the only way we could notice it was an NPC coming out to say hello at us? Yeah, I don't know. That feels like a strange payoff that doesn't quite work to me. But it's also, maybe it feels good in that it's like a secret passage, kind of, that the cool NPC has opened up for us. I don't know.
Hey, it's me. Open the door.
What's the password?
I'm not even gonna tell you to shut up.
Come on in.
Oh, that's the password?
Previously, certain
Oh.
protein chains important to the process of embryonic development were
Now we did some
selectively
fighting,
prevented.
now we do some talking.
This is no longer
My
the
dad's
case.
Odessa covered.
For those so inclined, now would be
Oh.
an excellent time for procreation.
It's a little
which
fan
is to
joke.
say, in layman's terms, you should
Dr.
give
Kleiner
serious
really
consideration
telling
to
everyone
doing
to-
your part for the revival of the
We're busy?
species. We must make the most of the time we have, as it is by no means certain how much time we have secured.
Oh, now we have to have
ourselves before
sex.
the
Now
Combine
they're talking
attempt
about
to
that.
restore their dominion, as they certainly shall. Since this is, in fact, the first opportunity,
I wish the other
we've had to
NPCs
speak
would hold their
openly
hand
of
up
the
too,
baleful
but maybe it
influence of the
supports the
Combine,
fiction that
there
she's
is
like a
much
unique
ground to
sidekick
cover.
that
And in
understands
fact,
us
I hope to
uniquely,
institute a series
Sorry,
of
that no one else
useful
has the power to
bulletins
hold
in
their
the days
hand up.
ahead. However, for now we will have to content ourselves with some relatively
Some
meager
tasty
exposition.
supplies.
The destabilization of the City 17 reactor has had repercussions that were
Okay,
not
that's locked.
entirely unexpected, although we hardly dare speak this over all the time. The destructive
Let's
pulse
find another
forced a
way out.
damper on the entire network of Citadel reactors.
Uh-oh.
Portals have
Oh my god, she kicked it to death.
as well as all communications systems based
Oh, there was a zombie.
forces currently are now isolated units. Stranded.
Oh, oops. Ah! Trap! That was nice. I didn't expect that to happen. I almost feel like this was a fake out, where I thought I was entering like a safe haven, and then it turns out this is like a zombie, like Ravenholm-esque kind of zombie fighting thing. So it's like still mixing up this formula.
Time in the past decade, we have made in secret several technological advances.
Oh, am I gonna fall through here?
Deploy in advance of the
No? Okay, I guess this isn't breakable.
and train a new generation of scientists and technicians. For what the Combine fear the most is not any
Now we come back to that door that was locked before,
our intellect
and now I won't be so sloppy.
selectively and rationally to every terror they turn against us. We place our firmest hope in the human spirit, even knowing
Now we'll be a little bit more careful.
crushed by the Combine
Oh, oops. There was a grenade there? Oh.
and purged of their humanity
Oh well.
by the military machine.
In chat, someone asked, can I climb my way up? I think that maybe you could stack boxes to get out, but I don't think
Cannot overstate how
I don't think you can climb your way back out.
important our humanity
I think you have to do that route that I just showed you.
together as we must for their inevitable
Gordon? Alex? I don't believe it. How the hell did you get out of the Citadel?
We're not exactly sure. All I know is the Vortigons.
Oh my god,
had
you tried to
something
close
do
the
with-
door on her.
But what about you, Barney?
I'm doing okay, just going crazy trying to.
They found us!
Aw, hell, Gordon? Were you followed again?
We stole some information from the Citadel on our way out. I don't know what it is yet, but it's important enough that they've been hounding us the whole way here.
Well, that puts the pressure on. Look, we gotta get moving. You guys know about the evacuation trains, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we've been planning to make a push on the train station. Now it looks like we're gonna have to cut a path through every chicken shit Metro cop who's having second thoughts about defending City
Chicken
17.
shit Metro
If
Cop.
Gordon and I took a separate route, we could draw the Combine away from
Wait, is
you.
Half-Life
That'd
2
give you a chance to get the
anti-cop?
trains filled up before we get there.
Really? Well, if you say so. Now, come here, look over here. Okay, across this bridge, over the rooftops, is a safe path to the station. You two head that way. I'll hit the streets and round up everyone who's been waiting. We'll meet you there.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Hey, Gordon, before you go, I was getting tired of carrying this
Oh my
around.
god, and look at what...
Listen, I don't have many more of these, so...
Look at
try
what he's
not to
holding!
lose
Look at
this
what
one,
he's holding!
okay?
Oh my god!
When this is all over,
Go on across, Gordon.
He just
She's
dropped
waiting
it.
for you.
He didn't
You
even...
lucky dog, you.
He didn't even care. That's my crowbar. He just threw it at me. Rude.
excuse me.
Ooh, I love all this. I love this kitchen. This is nice. But these are all props from Half-Life 2. Yeah, all Combine are bastards, indeed. Oh, in the chat, Hamster asked, can I grab gun? Could I have thrown that crowbar away? I don't know. Maybe. Well, too late now. Before we transition, just want to take a look at this level. It's actually pretty dense and intricate, where we're going like back and forth, in and out. A lot of verticality, a lot of in and out stuff going on. It doesn't really feel like a coherent apartment building though, if you look at the actual structure here. I mean, maybe a little. Here you can see the hallways are stacked on top of each other, and that feels kind of coherent. But this stairwell doesn't really feel coherent. But this stairwell does. Nice.
Deja vu.
And then we're back to this big courtyard where we were at, and of course we walked in through there, right?
See you at the station.
What? Is he just gonna like stand there? I thought he was gonna like run inside and do something, but he's just standing there. Okay.
It's a gunship.
Oh no! I'm gonna turn on God mode so I don't have to replay this stuff. Sorry. It's your good friend, the black head crab. Ouch, why do I have so little health? Maybe I should have backtracked and gotten more health. Oh well. So we just learned we watched Barney lower the drawbridge this way. Oh, now we're beginning this whole like, yeah, this like hospital section or something. I think I'm gonna actually have to stop here, I think, because I have to go teach and prep for class. I think now is a good place to stop because we're about to begin a new set piece that's like a semi-new setting for episode 1. So we'll stop here. Hope the past hour or so was interesting. Sorry for all the dropped frames. I'll try to... Well, I don't have an Ethernet port on my laptop, so I can't make it better. Sorry. But in the meantime, thanks for watching. And again, feel free to check me out on the Game Center Talk Show. That's tomorrow, 1 to 3 p.m. Tomorrow I'll be doing something that's a little bit level with me-ish. Gonna premiere a new kind of segment called I'm Walking Here tomorrow. It's a sneak preview of tomorrow, where we're gonna play games set in New York and then complain about their authenticity. So that's a little bit level with me-ish. We'll see how it is. Maybe it'll be fun. Maybe it'll be boring. I don't know. We'll see. But feel free to tune in tomorrow for that. Have a good rest of your day or a good rest of your week. And see you all next time. Peace out.